Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, I have like a two-part on this one because number one, as you guys can maybe go and tell by the title of this video, I am just so disappointed that I'm even hearing this news. I heard this news last night, and basically someone just went and told me that they actually had a pretty bad fight. They kind of broke on out from their GameStop store, from everyone trying to go get their consoles, because we actually did have an announcement as of yesterday, and people actually were getting a lot of consoles from GameStop. And I kind of want to go talk about that and kind of just report on it because it's very intriguing to go in here. But on the second part, kind of just be disappointed on the fact that we're still seeing all of these issues and all these dramas when it comes to the PlayStations and Xbox and GPUs. And you would think after like 6-7 months of all these consoles coming out that this would hopefully go and die down. Now, before I fully dive in the video, I do want to go have a preface on this. It is somewhat of a negative situation that happened, but ideally, from everything I saw from many, actually hundreds of people, from what I saw on Twitter, on my YouTube comments, and all of that, it was a very, very nice experience. I think it was a very, very good thing that GameStop did a walk-in, and I do think that's definitely the next step for why more of these places should go start doing walk-ins and dealing with this stuff. I feel like it's so much better for bots and scalpers and everything, and I do appreciate the fact that GameStop even did this. And overall, I do want to say pretty much everyone had a good experience. It wasn't really that bad, and I have a lot of people that were very happy because there was a pretty big stock available for GameStop, and a lot of people got their consoles. But once again, we always sometimes have these bad bunches, and hopefully them doing this does not ruin this for everyone. So I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about the actual account that actually happened and kind of give you guys you guys can probably assume what I'm going to say, by a little bit disappointment in some of these people out there that do this. And of course, if any of you guys are brand new, from my little quick side, sell out before we dive in the video. If you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have a lot of good restock news always kind of flowing around. If you guys are trying to get your consoles, as well as the Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc and digital consoles, controllers, everything. We have the Twitch and Twitter down below if you guys want to follow. And of course, the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock and free money. And Coinbase, if you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. So let's go down the video. So once again, I want to preface this really quick. And once again, I know it's probably annoying, but whatever. I just want to say that this was a very good restock. Like, a lot of people got the consoles they were looking for, and I would absolutely love to go and see GameStop go and basically do this for the PS5. I think it is very much overdue. We did see a few walk-ins in the very start of this life cycle. And overall, as I mentioned, there was a lot of good stuff. I saw barely any issues whatsoever. This is just an overall very big outlier, so I don't want you guys to get discouraged. Or if you guys go to a GameStop, don't worry. And overall, the situation sounds kind of bad in theory, and it was kind of bad from what I'm kind of recounting on over here. At the end of the day, it wasn't too bad. They did actually at least have a happy solution, and I think the employees kind of handled it kind of good. So let's go dive in this. So I actually had one of my viewers over here. They actually sent me video, funny enough. The video wasn't even that good though, so don't feel bad about it. And I don't think I can even show it on YouTube, so I don't get demonetized or anything like that. But basically it was just kind of a weird scuffle. It was one of those shaked videos. It wasn't worth watching. But basically they actually sent me a recount because there was a fight that actually happened from the GameStop restock. Basically two people kind of got in at the store pretty late when there was just basically one console left. And I'm sure you guys can probably go and imagine there was some screaming, some yelling, some pushing, and all of that. Let's go dive in the story itself. So, as I mentioned, this is one of my viewers over here that actually saw one of my videos. Let me go and send over his message over here. We'll talk about it right afterwards. You can also leave your thoughts down below, because I will be honest, the fact that some people are this up in arms over these consoles does disappoint me, and I don't want one bad person ruining this for everyone. It's come on, guys. I think most of you guys that watch my videos are pretty chill, but there's always that one guy out there that's down to go throw hands. Sorry about that really quick cut. Just want to make sure I can actually go and share it. Let's go dive back in the video itself. So basically his statement over to me was, I was there a bit later after watching your second video on it, because if you guys saw yesterday, we actually uploaded a kind of reminder video on it after the very first video of the day. And I figured it was worth a shot to try and get the console, since I watched the video after the first hour of it being up. So I went to one of my local GameStops, and they actually didn't have any stock available after talking to the employees. So I figured I'd go ahead to a different GameStop a little bit farther away. And to my surprise, they actually did go and have some Xbox stock available. Then when I went out, apparently there were two people that got into the store at the same exact time, and they were both trying to go get the last console they had in the store. And then after that, they ended up yelling at each other, since pretty much they both showed up at the same exact time. They weren't really sure exactly who to go get it, and then talk about how they've been waiting for a long time. And then one guy was apparently trying to get it for their kids, which I do want to go and give them a little side note over here. There's been a lot of folks out there in my community specifically trying to get their for their husbands, for their wives, for their kids, if their kids are good in school, especially with all the weird stuff going on with the corona. I just always want to go and say you guys are awesome. I just want to give you guys a little bonus on that. And then another guy was apparently just trying to go get the console itself for himself. So one guy's for that. Then they actually started arguing, kind of screaming at each other, yelling at each other, because basically at that point, who even decides? The employee basically just has to decide on that. But if they both pretty much walk in the same exact time, both go to the counter at the same exact time, Like, it's kind of weird, which if you guys actually saw, we actually saw some people that were early for their GameStop stores that actually did have like those like line numbers or whatever, like basically like a number system, like 1 to 10. I always feel like that's always the best system to go and do, but apparently some of these GameStop stores actually had stock the entire day. Like if basically if it was like a lower populated area or just not many people waited there. Some people were waiting overnight. Some people just got there like maybe like an hour early. Some people were there like at like noon and they still had stock. So apparently like I guess just they didn't know what to do. I wouldn't even know what to do in that situation, honestly. So basically apparently after they were arguing for a little bit, one of the guys goes and starts shoving the other guy after they're talking for a few minutes on that, kind of heating that stuff on up. And then basically one of the guys kind of gets like nudged into one of the actual like I guess container things or whatever. They said shelving. I guess it's technically like shelving or whatever that. And then of course the other guy then of course wants to go push back over there. So some games end up on the ground itself, and it basically turned into awkward shuffle. And then one person ended up on the ground pretty quickly. So then the staff basically had to go and awkwardly yell at them, and they had to awkwardly go and watch. Basically by this guy's account over there, he's basically saying, basically said like the entire thing was awkward. And you guys know me, like I don't think I'd ever like if I just saw people like fighting or even just doing like an awkward shuffle or whatever, like just push each other, like I don't even know what I'd do. I'm not sure if I'd record it because it'd be content, like it'd be like an easy YouTube video put up on Twitter or something like that, or if I just like awkwardly try to walk out the door. Like I don't know what to do in that situation. It's awkward. If I was an employee, I wouldn't even know what to do as well. And so apparently it doesn't even seem like that bad of a fight, but I mean like an awkward shove and like a little like a little heated conversation, that's still something, like this stuff's kind of going down. I don't know if you guys even like these types of videos, but it's kind of just intriguing for me to go talk about, mainly so I could rant about it because it's so dumb to go and see. And apparently after they were going and shoving each other a little bit for like a minute or something like that, then they basically got like the employees were yelling at them, kind of cool them on down. And then apparently one guy offered $50 to go get the last console, and then basically the other guy was like, I don't really want to do that, but I'll do it just to kind of like kind of no scratch off my back. Is that even the same? Like whatever it is. Basically it was just like, yeah, sure, I got you. And then basically the guy was kind of looking a little bit salty, a little bit weird, but at least at that point he was like, at least I guess made $50 off that. And then apparently our homie that over here that was talking about the story itself just ended up dipping on out and leaving. Like, what's wrong with people? What is wrong with people itself? Like, overall, like, I don't know. I don't even know what to even say for this one, boys. I don't know. Like, of course, this is like a secondhand experience. I wasn't physically there. And like I also said, pretty much all the experiences we saw up on Twitter and all these other places as well, overall were pretty good experiences. Like a lot of people got their consoles, more people than expected got their consoles. And even as I mentioned yesterday, even after I made the second video, some people checked their stores and got consoles even when it was like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. That's awesome. Like, I really think GameStop should keep on doing this. And this is just like an awkward tussle. It's not like, I think a lot of people have been there when it comes to stores themselves. It's awkward. Both people want them. They both just spent the time, got in their car, spent gas money. They were kind of expecting to get it. I get it. Like, I can understand why people can get it, like, a little bit more heated on that. But I do kind of definitely think it's just like, it's been like 6-7 months. I think the consoles are cool. I love my PS5. I think the Xbox is an awesome console. But is it really worth getting like in an awkward fight, like an awkward tussle, like getting engaging with people like this in the first place? Like, what's the whole point of this? I just don't get it. Like, I get it. It's annoying. It's annoying to have to go and deal with it. It's annoying if you don't get the last console, whatever. But do you really have to go and start shoving people and yelling at people? We did go and see a few little other people as well kind of mention stuff on Twitter, where some people are like, yeah, like there was just a little bit like people kind of crowding a little bit and like a little people kind of getting upset or whatever. Apparently also had one other person go and be like, some guy was like, ayo, F you, after they just kind of got cut off the line because they didn't have any extra stock to actually go and sell. And if you guys saw our video like a week ago when it came to the GPU news too as well, when it came to like all the people trying to go get the 3070 Ti's, we did go and see people like shoving each other up against the walls and like basically kind of like being a little bit more like a little bit aggro. Now, I mean, of course, like people want to get into the first in line, they want to get the consoles. If they're scalpers, they want to sell it. And like it stinks because some people have been waiting for a long time, but it just, I don't get how people are this heated on some of these consoles. Like I truly, like, would you guys do the same thing? It's just so weird. It's just so weird to me. But once again, I know some people have been trying their best for like 5-6 months. It is a little bit hard as well. I get like how they get heated. I just wish they wouldn't do these in the stores themselves, because what if like, GameStop themselves kind of hear a lot of these stories and see this stuff, or maybe there's a really bad reception or maybe other stores we just didn't go and hear about, and then maybe GameStop doesn't do other walk-ins. But I do want to reiterate one more time, a lot of these stores have been awesome. Like, a lot of places have been very, very nice, good experiences, and I just think they should keep on doing walk-ins. And if anything, like for maybe this example in particular, I know I wasn't necessarily there, but like I just think it'd be kind of cool. Maybe make sure you guys just always have like a raffle system, maybe have like the first come first serve type stuff. At least have a little bit of a system out there, because it did kind of seem like GameStop and overall was kind of just different in every store. We did see some people, if you guys saw my previous video yesterday, some of the stores did go do like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first come first serve papers. Some stores were just like, we have extra stock, go and sell it. Some stores were forcing you to go buy bundles. We didn't know that. Some stores were also just letting you go buy individual. Some things were doing bundles or optional, and they were trying to go upsell it. So it didn't really necessarily seem like it had a 100% like kind of same system, and I think that's the only issue. I truly think that's the only issue. Just make sure you guys have a system for every store, so we all know all the restock trackers will give you free marketing. Well, I'll do it. I'd make a video on it. But I just wish they would have the same rules for everyone, so awkward stuff like this doesn't happen. Now, once again, it's not the biggest deal. Like, I think everyone kind of walked away happy on this. Someone got $50. I'm sure they probably would have had the console, but you know, at least they got something for their time. The other guy got the console. Like, it worked out. Like, at the end of the day, it worked out. But it still kind of stinks that we're seeing some grown adults ever doing this, and it is kind of disappointing seeing this overall, because we've definitely seen a lot of these issues for the PS5s and GPUs, as we've even showcased on the channel itself. So I don't know, you guys can give me your thoughts. I think overall, as I mentioned, the GameStop restock went very, very good, very swimmingly, and a lot of people got their consoles. But of course, like, humanity's always weird. We always got those like few bunch of people that can kind of always ruin it. So hopefully GameStop can kind of go and see this and just maybe just do the one change they need to do and make the system a little bit more like the same for every store, so we know what to expect. But overall, I guess it's kind of interesting news to go and see. I'm happy, kind of a happy ending at the end. But like, I just hope that no one in the future has to go and have like push someone against a shelf and knock. I just imagine how awkward that is, like to go and do that in the first place. I just feel bad for the employees. But anyway, kind of rambling at this point. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys are always safe out there if you guys are trying to get your consoles. But like I said, like 99% of everything seemed perfect. It seemed like a perfect drop, and I can't wait for more of these stores to start doing walk-ins. And there's always that one bad bunch that can maybe make something a little bit weird. But just be careful, be alert, be aware, and hopefully you guys all get your next wave of restocks, was from GameStop or Target or Walmart, whoever starts doing PS5 restocks in, because I know you guys out there trying to find them. So just be safe out there. Love you guys all so much for watching. Leave your thoughts down below. We have the Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc and digital stuff for that PS5 giveaway. Use that link tree for those bonus entries, and of course, the Twitter and Twitch room down below. And be on the lookout for that PS Direct all throughout today. We got that Weeble. Sign up for that Weeble, make that free money. And Coinbase, if you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. Appreciate you guys all so much for watching, Exist, and everything. You guys are all great. I'll see you guys up on the next one.